beautiful. From closings to an accurate forecast, be prepared for winter with a WLKY weather app.
I'm James Brown in New York. Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, all the scores and highlights as Week 17 continues in the league. The Verizon Halftime Report is next.
Nobody gets you closer to the playoffs than NFL Network.
This team is built to last.
With the most coverage possible.
Excited to watch that.
Hall of Fame analysis from the guys who've been there.
There's no stopping this offense.
With exclusive access 24/7. The coverage never stops.
The AFC wildcard scene is about to get wild.
And more sideline reporters than anywhere.
Great demonstration of how we want to be.
Touchdown! Nobody does the playoffs like NFL Network. Nobody.
I think it was my first year in the league. Walter Payton was on the sidelines, and I walked over to him, and I put my hand out to shake his hand. I said, yeah, I'm Eric Dickerson. He said, I know who you are. I love Walter. I talked to him like a couple of months before he passed away. He said, Eric, guy asked me, am I afraid? He said, of course I'm afraid, because I've never died before. I can say he sadly missed.
Get the Verizon Halftime Report, live online every Sunday, only from Verizon. Visit cbssports.com/Verizon.
Ready? Begin.
Jerk, jock, jerk to those who aren't worthy. Jamming through my journey in a jet black jersey. King Kong of KO's kid, kiss the ring. Knuckle up now with the knuckle butt king. Let me live a long life leading with my laces out. Right now, losers look up cause it's lights out.
We're dealing with the dirty bomb in the making.
Bingo.
We'll never survive the blast.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
And welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. With Verizon, you have football in the palm of your hand. Watch live, local, and primetime games on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. It's included only on Verizon. I'm James Brown here in Studio 43, along with the guys Tony, Coach Bart, and Boomer. To the highlights we go.
Okay, here we go. Out to Orchard Park in Buffalo. The Jets win. They're in. There's Rex Ryan, Tyrod Taylor. Saying, come on, Tyrod, we can do this. We can do this. And what does Tyrod do? He takes off on a scramble, 18 yards, going to lead to a Buffalo touchdown, 7-0 Buffalo. Carlos Williams adds a 2-yard touchdown run, a missed extra point, 13-0 Buffalo. Back comes Ryan Fitzpatrick. Finally, the Jets find a little life in their offense. Brandon Marshall holds on to that one, 13-7. Bills tack on another field goal, 16-7 Buffalo at half.
And if the Jets lose and Pittsburgh wins, they are in. Right here, you're going to see the play action right there. Heath Miller connects right there with Ben Roethlisberger. And then D'Angelo Williams goes down here. His right ankle is landed on right there. He has not returned to the game. But how about this first half for Antonio Brown? He's going to catch his touchdown pass from 17 yards from Ben Roethlisberger. 10 catches, 150 yards already in the first half. 3 Cleveland field goals, 14-9 Pittsburgh at the half.
All right, Jaguars at the Texans right here. You're going to see Brian Hoyer. He's missed 5 games. He's back in action. Throws it to Jonathan Grimes for the touchdown. Right now, Houston just tacked on an extra field goal. They are up 20-3.
And Ryan Lindley, watch this pass right here to Andre Johnson. Yeah, Ryan Lindley, he came in for Josh Freeman, who also had a touchdown pass, yes. And right now, the Indianapolis Colts lead 20-14, using multiple quarterbacks to get it done.
Hey, New England at Miami. All they have to do is win and lock up the #1 seed. Easy peasy, right? Not so fast. Right here, Dominican Sue comes down, he takes Brady down low, he goes to the sideline, gets wrapped up, he's a gamer, he comes back in. Then later in the half, Ryan Tannehill drops back, finds Devontae Parker for the 15-yard score, go up to 10-3. Moments ago, Steven Jackson, old man knocking the rust off, takes it in for the 2-1, knock it off. The extra field goal is good, all knotted up 10-10.
All right, Tyler Eifert back in the mix for the Cincinnati Bengals. A.J. McCarron right here is going to find him. A.J. McCarron, 10 of 17, 115 yards in that touchdown. 3 Justin Tucker field goals, however, give Baltimore a lead at half, 9-7. All right, take a look at this. You know New England's still playing for that #1 seed, guys. And how about the Jets and the Steelers going back and forth? The Jets are going to find some life here to start the second half, put some points on the board.
And the NFC, Carolina try to hold on to that #1 seed. We'll find out at 4 o'clock. They play as well as Arizona and Minnesota. Green Bay play tonight for the winner of the division. The loser will be a wild card.
Jets miscues in the first half, Coach.
Yeah, I think you look at this right here. You're going to see the 3-man rush, the third down. They're going to see the sack right here. Then all of a sudden, you're going to see a drop pass right there by Brandon Marshall early in this game, trying to get acclimated to the wind. Not a pleasant day for the kicker, Randy Bullock. A missed field goal. They had a poor punt earlier. So a lot of things are having to overcome right now going up to Orchard Park, along with a Tyrod Taylor who's running around making a bunch of plays right now.
Stress-free.
Tony wants Brandon Marshall in the Hall of Fame, but before that, talk about what he's done.
Oh, he's a great speed. We talk about the good, the bad, and the pretty with him. We'll start out with the bad right here. He drops this ball. But it's kind of been his knock so far this season is drop balls, but there is something. That is the good Brandon Marshall. Just throw it up
Where's
in the air.
the pretty?
And here is the pretty right here. That's a touchdown for Brandon Marshall. Big-time pickup for them. 5th-round draft choice for this guy. Couldn't believe it. He has been a huge addition. He's the engine behind that offense and Fitzpatrick's success.
One thing about the Jets is that they have always overcome here these last 5 weeks. I expect them to do the same here in the second half.
Verizon halftime continues.
Yes.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Watch live local games on NFL Mobile, only on Verizon.
The Mike and Molly season premiere, CBS Wednesday, 8:30, 7:30 Central.
How to turn $1 into breakfast. Step 1, go to McDonald's. Step 2, order from the new Breakfast McValue menu, like a sausage McMuffin, sausage burrito, hash browns, a small coffee, or any size sweet tea or soft drink, all just $1 each.
It's not New Year's.
No, it's better.
It's the final days of Toyotathon. It's your last chance to get 0% APR financing on many of our most popular models. Our biggest event of the year ends January 4th. Don't miss all the fun. And don't miss these great clearance lease deals. This 2015 Prius liftback is $199 a month. This luxurious Avalon is $249 a month. And this Sienna is $259 a month.
Make the holidays happier at Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
The Harlem Globetrotters.
For 90 years, we've been turning moments like this into unforgettable memories like that.
Coming to KFC Yum Center Sunday, January 17th. Great seats at the Arena box office or Ticketmaster.com.
Anywhere news happens, anywhere in the country, get it from local journalists who know the story best. News On, local news nationwide.
I'm Vicki Dorn.
And I'm Rick Van Hoos.
Download the News On app now and favorite WLKY.
How to turn $1 into breakfast. Step 1, go to McDonald's. Step 2, order from the new Breakfast McValue menu, like a sausage McMuffin, sausage burrito, hash browns, a small coffee, or any size sweet tea or soft drink, all just $1 each.
WLKY weather, available on today's Like 106.9, music that makes you feel good.
You have football in the palm of your hand. Watch live, local, and primetime games on your smartphone with NFL Mobile. It's included only on Verizon.
Guess who? It's J.J. Watt. He's off to the races. Taylor diving for the pylon. Wide open. Fleener. Touchdown. Mettenberger. Quarterback draw. He's got it. Marshall's there for the touchdown.
CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
It's a full collection of expert quarterback analysis every week on NFL Monday QB. Tomorrow at 6 on CBS Sports Network.
To do great things, sometimes you gotta break the rules. The all-new Surface Pro 4. A new pen for new masterpieces. We reinvented the Surface Pro so you can reinvent everything else. To do great things, sometimes you gotta break the rules. The all-new Surface Pro 4. A new screen for new perspectives. We reinvented the Surface Pro so you can reinvent everything else.
The
The Colts fighting to stay alive in the AFC South at halftime. They lead the Titans 20-14. Back in the booth with Steve Berlon and Steve Tasker. I'm Andrew Catalan. Hard to figure out the NFL these days. The Colts had gone 4 straight games without scoring 20 points in a game. They signed 2 quarterbacks off the street this week, and they have 20 points at halftime. How do you explain that?
I can't explain it. I thought this was going to be a 10-7 type of ball game. These quarterbacks have exceeded my expectations. Chuck Pagano has got to be very excited right now.
Yeah, and for the Tennessee Titans, they've run for 71 yards. They've only thrown it for 38 yards. That has to change. It's all about their pass protection. Mettenberger's under a lot of pressure. He's only been able to complete 5 of 11 passes. Their offense has to step up for Tennessee.
As we've told you throughout the day, the Colts need to win, and then 8 other games have to go their way. Here's the 1 o'clock games, and right now, with the exception of one, it's going okay for them.
Yeah, you look at these right here, all of these games, exactly what the Colts need, or at least they're in play. But the one right here, the triple whammy, Houston not cooperating. They're acting like they want to win the division and make it difficult, make everything else moot for the Indianapolis Colts. But shoot, all those other games are exactly the way I think Chuck Pagano would want it, with a half to go in his ball game.
Maybe Pagano called Gus Bradley at halftime, gave him a little pep talk for his Jaguars as they need a big Jacksonville comeback down in Houston. It'll be Tennessee football to start this second half. Another touchback for McAfee, and out comes Zach Mettenberger and the Tennessee Titans.
Well, the flag comes out late as there's more chippiness going on out there after the play. The kickoff return team and the coverage team.
Each team penalized 3 times in the first half.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Kicking team number 91. It's a 15-yard penalty from the 20-yard line. First down.
Penalty is on Jonathan Newsom, the second-year man out of Ball State. So that'll move the ball all the way up to the 35-yard line for the Tennessee Titans to start this half. Look at the first half numbers. Just 38 yards passing for Mettenberger, 29 yards net passing, and the 1 turnover, the interception by Josh Freeman that went off the hands of Boom Herron. First and 10 for the Titans. Delaney Walker incomplete. He was open, but misconnection there between Mettenberger and Walker.
Well, if there's another thing about Zach Mettenberger he's got to work on, you know, he's a big, strong quarterback, but not overly athletic and mobile. That required some pretty, you know, just athletic footwork to make that throw, and he's not able to get it done right there. He's got to step up this second half and show he can make it happen for this Tennessee Titans team.
He has 5 completions today, all 5 to Delaney Walker. On second and 10, they hand it off, and some room to run for Cobb. David Cobb into Indianapolis territory and out of bounds, but a flag comes down and more extracurricular. On the Colts sideline, that is Byron Bell for the Titans, and a lot of talking going on right now.
Yeah, you can tell it's the last halftime of the season, last half of football of the season, and a lot of these guys know that it's going to be their last chance to make a statement about their career next year with the teams that we're watching play here today. And, you know, they're going to come out and give it a sprint to the finish here.
Holding. Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still second down.
So the call goes against Byron Bell, who was called for holding twice last week. But no penalties on the extracurricular after the play.
Right here it is. It's got the outside of the shoulder pad of Jerrell Freeman, and that's where the call comes from.
So that penalty negates a 23-yard run by David Cobb. Makes it second down and 15. Mettenberger's pass deflected and picked off. It's Freeman. Touchdown, Colts. The second touchdown of Jerrell Freeman's career.
Well, it's the worst thing that can happen to a quarterback. You throw this football, it gets batted straight up into the air, right in the traffic with all the pass rush. And none of your offensive linemen are watching the quarterback. All the defenders are. When the ball pops up, they're the only ones that can see it. And it's an easy walk-in touchdown for Freeman.
That was Dwight Lowry on the deflection. Freeman had the easy catch, and Zach Mettenberger now has got his work cut out for him. He's going to test him here this second half. He's got to find a way to pump some confidence into his teammates.
Extra point by Vinatieri is good. That's the 4th pick-6 this season by the Colts defense. They've scored 17 straight points.
Aruba, Jamaica. Now we can actually take it.
To Costa Rica, Bahamas. Come on, pretty mama.
Belize, Puerto Rico. People, why don't we go down to Mexico?
We'll get there fast, and you can take it slow. Anywhere you want to go. All the way down to Dominican Republic.
Nice hit.
Southwest is bringing our low fares to tropical destinations. Book now at southwest.com.
This could get interesting. You ready? Got your back.
I got your back too, James.
What part of stay off the mic didn't you understand?
Uh-oh. The brothers-in-law just got to town.
If you say that one more time, I'm gonna shoot you in the face. Oh, you funny.
It's gonna stick. I'm ready to be a detective.
Ben! Got on the vest.
We protect each other.
James! Rated PG-13.
Do you think he gets around so fast? Take the reins this holiday and get the Mercedes-Benz you've always wanted during the winter event. Hurry, offers end January 4th.
A thriving family business with one major problem.
This store just got robbed.
This happens every day.
New Undercover Boss, CBS tonight.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Jerrell Freeman played at Division III Mary Hardin Baylor. He was an undrafted free agent with the Titans in 2008. Was cut by Tennessee. Played 3 years in the CFL with Saskatchewan. Now in his 4th year with the Colts. And Freeman, with his 4th straight 100-tackle season, he tacks on a pick-6 of Zach Mettenberger to give Indianapolis a 27-14 lead. It's a touchback for McAfee, and Mettenberger and the Titans offense back out on the field. They'll start at the 20. CBS Sports brings you 2 big college basketball games next week. Saturday, star freshman Ben Simmons, LSU take on Florida. And then on Sunday, it's big time in the Big Ten as Ohio State faces Indiana. It all begins on Saturday with Inside College Basketball right here on the road to the Final Four. CBS Sports, check your local listings. And we have a new quarterback for Tennessee, Alex Tanney, who has not appeared in an NFL game in his career. And now he's got 1 snap. He hands it off to Cobb, and Cobb gets to the 24-yard line. We saw Zach Mettenberger getting his right arm worked on in the first half. We don't know if he's been taken out because of that or if this is just a coach's decision. But right now, Alex Tanney is the quarterback.
Well, Mettenberger's not getting looked at by the training staff now on the sideline, so I would suspect it's a coach's decision. And I'll tell you this, too. You talk about Mike Mularkey and the pressure he's under as an interim head coach. He's making some decisions that speak to me. It's about the future of this team, not the here and now.
First NFL pass for Alex Tanney is caught by Delaney Walker, and he's got a Tennessee first down.
We spoke about, the things that Mike Mularkey was trying to get done in this game. He's an interim head coach trying to win the job, but Yeah, you go to Alex Tanney at this spot, you take Mettenberger out. Mettenberger's the guy that took all the reps. He's got some defensive backs playing some spots to find out about them. He's shuffling his running backs. This speaks to me about a head coach who's saying, you know what, we got to find out about this thing. Whether I'm here or not, the organization's going to know about some of these young players. You got to tip your hat to a guy like Malarkey for making those decisions.
Another handoff, this time to Sankey. And this was earlier in the first half. Zach Mettenberger on the Tennessee sideline was getting worked on. That's his right arm.
Yeah, and I can tell you, you know, you get a problem with the forearm area there. It really affects the way you can squeeze the football. He's obviously uncomfortable with that. Now, maybe they came in at halftime and said, we're going to give you a shot in the third quarter, see if you can get it going, see how you feel out there. Who knows what the reasoning is. He is kind of holding that on funny, but he hasn't performed very well either. I think Malarkey's saying, let's just try and get a jump start.
On the ground again in Tennessee with another first down thanks to David Cobb. Monte Davis makes the tackle. All right, well, as if the quarterback situation today wasn't crazy enough, last week Alex Tanney was on the Colts practice squad. He was signed by Tennessee off the Indianapolis practice squad last week, and now he's playing against the Colts. He was on the Colts practice squad for 2 months. That's just how crazy it is.
It's week 17 for two teams that probably aren't going to the playoffs. One of them for sure isn't. It's wacky.
Cobb. And Cobb gets a couple, and again, pushing and shoving after the play. This time, David Perry and the tight end Greg Stevens mixing it up.
Well, all these guys know it's week 17, and Tennessee, as you mentioned, Steve Tasker, not playing next week for sure. Indianapolis holding on by the, by a thread. The emotions are going to get high. Guys are going to kind of get worked up a little bit out there, so we would expect to see more of that toward this end of this ball game.
Career high 47 yards rushing for David Cobb. His number called again. And Cobb, the 5th round pick out of Minnesota, gets to the 46-yard line.
You know, you bring up an interesting point, Steve. These guys, they're playing kind of chippy, and you don't do that unless you're invested. And you got two coaching staffs that are trying their best to get a full effort out of their players, trying to keep them motivated. The Tennessee Titans in particular with an interim head coach. You got to tip your hat to the coaching staffs. These guys, they really are playing like there is something to play for, like the playoffs, and that's a tip of the hat to Mike Malarkey.
Being told that Mettenberger has a forearm injury. His return is questionable. 3rd down and 1. Titans 1 for 7 on 3rd downs. They get their second with Delaney Walker. All the way up to the 34-yard line. That's the 7th catch today by Delaney Walker. Lowry and Freeman on the tackles.
Really nice throw by Alex Tanney. It was one of those classic little pick plays on the outside. Delaney Walker coming underneath the screen of his wide receiver. I think it was Dorial Green-Beckham. But right there, that ball was delivered on time, on the money by Tanney.
That's not a pick. That's a rub.
It's There's a difference. You want to call it.
There's a difference.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Pick 6, and now Jerrell Freeman with a sack.
Yeah, he comes unblocked off the right side. It looked like Tanney thought he could do it with his athleticism right off the top. Coming off late, and Tanney can't get away from him. Got that ankle sack. Coming looping around all the way inside, and Fasano lets Freeman go and then tries to release, and not enough. Can't get away from it.
Steve Berlin, let me ask you this. Is there any type of advantage or comfort that Tanney has since he practiced against this Colts defense for the last 2 months?
Well, you're more worried about just getting the play called and knowing who you're supposed to throw the ball to. I'm really impressed. It's not as easy as he's making it look.
David Cobb with some more hard running in this 3rd quarter, all the way up to the 37-yard line. Another tackle for Jerrell Freeman. It's 3rd down.
That's a big play right there because it gives them a chance to get the field goal even if they don't convert this 3rd down.
You know, one of the points, though, Andrew, to that what you were getting at, a lot of times in a situation like this, you don't have enough time to really be concerned about the defense. You just go out and you play like you're playing with your friends out in the street. And sometimes people play their best when that is kind of their mentality in a situation like this.
3rd down and 13. Tanney to Antonio Andrews out of the backfield, and he's smacked down at the 30-yard line. 5 yards short of a first down. It's 4th down, and out comes the kicker, Succop.
Yeah, the one thing about Tanney, though, is he takes this, and this is nice patience by him. Trust his offensive line, takes all the time he needs, and he has to ultimately hit the check down. But you know this, as a quarterback, when he's looking across at the defense, it's weird when you know those guys across there as you're, I mean, he's probably had a few pops with those guys, you know, and now to be playing against them, it's got to be a little bit weird.
Ryan Succop with just 1 field goal attempt in the last 5 games. This one from 49 yards out. And it is good. Succop now 14 out of 16 on the season. And we've got a 10-point game with 7:30 to go in the 3rd quarter.
We're the open water paddlers. The best part about kayaking together are times like this. Here's to friends who reach for better. Fewer carbs, fewer calories, superior taste. Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer.
Marcia, what happened?
Peter hit me in the nose with a football.
No, sweetheart.
Shut up!
Marcia, eat a Snickers.
Why?
You get a little hostile when you're hungry. Better? Better.
Marcia, Marcia, Marcia.
Do you think he gets around so fast? Take the reins this holiday and get the Mercedes-Benz you've always wanted during the winter event. Hurry, offers end January 4th.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. Snickers. Snickers satisfies. And by Mercedes-Benz. Experience truly great engineering today at your authorized dealer.
Aerial coverage of today's game is provided by MetLife. Injury update for the Colts. Vontae Davis, knee injury. His return is unknown. You see him there on the Indianapolis sideline trying to stretch it out. His team leads by 10 with 7:30 to go in the 3rd quarter.
One of the more established defensive players for Chuck Pagano. Vontae Davis, respected as one of the top cover corners in the league.
Josh Freeman has his helmet on. So it appears that Freeman will have the opening drive in the 2nd half for the Colts. Of course, the last drive of the 1st half went to Ryan Lindley. Succop kicks it away to Bray. And it's a touchback. Freeman trots out. Colts ball from the 20. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Don't open that cellar door. Epic comeback starts right here. Lucky shot.
RootMetrics, in the nation's largest independent study, tested wireless performance across the country. Verizon won big with 153 state wins. AT&T got 38, Sprint got 2, and T-Mobile got 0. Verizon also won first in the U.S. for data, call speed, and reliability. AT&T got text. Stuck on an average network? Join Verizon, and we'll cover your cost to switch.
When a moment turns romantic, why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis and a $200 savings card.
This Wednesday, Two Broke Girls are dishing out new comedy on their new night.
Meet me at the coleslaw tub. Come along.
A new Two Broke Girls. Then, Mike and Molly's back.
Let's go to those phones.
So get the word out.
We don't take calls. May I make a call?
The season premiere of Mike and Molly after a new Two Broke Girls. CBS this Wednesday.
The second annual Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award honors NFL players who exemplify outstanding sportsmanship on the field. Each NFL team nominates one player. And in December, a panel of NFL legends culled the list down to 8 finalists. The winner will be decided by a vote of current NFL players and announced at the NFL Honors Award Show on February 6th. Jason McCourty of the Titans, Matt Hasselbeck of the Colts were selected as finalists for this year's award. Hasselbeck ruled out today with the shoulder sprain. Watching as Josh Freeman hands it off to Frank Gore. First offensive play this half for the Indianapolis Colts. Daquan Jones with the tackle. And now an injured Colt remains down on the field, and that is Joe Wrights, the 5th-year right tackle out of Western Michigan, a native of Fishers, Indiana. And the Colts training staff attending to Wrights with the clock stopped, 7:21 to go in the third quarter. We'll check on him and come back to Indianapolis in a moment.
Do you think he gets around so fast? Take the reins this holiday and get the Mercedes-Benz you've always wanted during the winter event. Hurry, offers end January 4th.
Where are you? Well, the squirrels are back in the attic.
Mom?
Your dad won't call an exterminator.
Can I call you back, Mom?
He says it's personal this time.
If you're a mom, you call it the worst time. That's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Where are you? It's very loud there. Are you taking a Zumba class?
Boom. Told you.
Oh.
Hey, know-it-alls. You're welcome. Now that T-Mobile has double the LTE coverage, you can prove you're right to more people in more places.
Faulty fuel injector.
You showed him.
Huh. Still alive. Told you.
Nailed it. You're wrong. That way. T-Mobile's new extended range LTE reaches twice as far and is 4 times better in buildings. Now you can know it all from almost anywhere.
Colbert's all new with Samuel L. Jackson Monday, and later this week, Jerry Seinfeld.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by T-Mobile. Ditch your carrier and switch to the Un-carrier. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Wrights was able to walk off under his own power. Lance Lewis comes into play, right guard. Denzel Good at right tackle on 2nd and 9 for Indianapolis. Freeman completes it to T.Y. Hilton, who's dragged down from behind by Cody Sensabaugh, but not before a gain of 15.
Well, that was a strike from Josh Freeman right there. We haven't seen him since late in the first half, but right there, very decisive, accurate, tight spiral right between the 1 and the 3 for T.Y. Hilton. He did the rest.
Yeah, that's one of the things we're starting to notice about Freeman and the passes he's completing. They seem to be those ones where they're hook routes, whether they're deep or short, throw it right at the body.
Frank Gore on 1st down. And Zach Brown makes the tackle for Tennessee. Josh Freeman, Ryan Lindley, both brought in this week, and both playing pretty good football here so far today.
They really are. The one interception for Freeman, not really his fault. It was on that kind of muffed up screen pass. We've got a stoppage of play out here for some reason.
Yeah, there's another Colt that's shaken up. And that is Denzel Good. So Good slowly walks off. We'll return in a moment.
Meet Marvin. Marvin thinks you have to be a brainiac to do your own taxes. So we brought in world-renowned brainiac Dr. S. James Gates Jr. to help him get started.
Marvin, you got a W-2?
Yeah, I do.
You got a finger?
Yes.
Take the finger and press it right here. Yay, you got it.
Yay.
Intuit TurboTax. Taxes done smarter.
Guys, to celebrate Super Bowl 50, I'm rewarding fans with a special offer. Order a large pizza and get a second large pizza for 50 cents.
50 cents? That's pocket change.
If only we had pockets.
What? Purely decorative.
Get a large one-topping pizza for only 50 cents when you order any large pizza at regular menu price. Add our new brookie for just $6 more.
Better ingredients.
Better pizza. Better football. PapaJohns.com.
This is my little brother, Luca.
It's nice to meet you. You're under arrest.
You're helping a suspected Russian spy.
I'm trying to prevent war.
Let me break him.
Either you do this or I will.
This Thursday, meet a guardian angel with no wings, no halo, and no boundaries. Jane Lynch stars in Angel from Hell, premiering Thursday at 9:30, 8:30 Central, only CBS. So the Colts, the reshuffled line right now is Denzel Good is on the sideline, and so is Joe Wrights. So right now, Khalid Holmes has come into the game to play left guard, and Jack Mewhort is going to slide over to right tackle.
Yeah, I think this will probably be for one play at the most. Denzel Good looks like he's ready to come back in. He just needed a moment to collect himself. When the trainers get out there, he has to come off for a play.
Meanwhile, Dante Moncrief will not return for the Colts today. He's out with a toe injury. Freeman hits, he throws, completes it to Fleener, and Fleener to the 43-yard line. Josh Freeman took a shot right there.
That was Wesley Woodyard on the blitz right up the gut. Freeman did a nice job to get rid of it and accurately distribute that ball. You can see right there, not a whole heck of a lot of time. He had to know where he was going, where his safety valve was.
Well, you know, the offensive line was just shuffling around. They brought some heat, and now, of course, Denzel Good's back in the game, moving Mewhort back to left guard. Now they're back to normal, at least some semblance of it.
Houston still up 20-3 on Jacksonville. If the Texans win, they are AFC South champions.
Pressure!
Boom Herron on 3rd and 3. Freeman rolling right. Punt face, going to try to keep it himself. Josh Freeman has a first down. Tackled at midfield by Carl Klug, but Josh Freeman scrambling to pick up the first.
Really nice job by Josh Freeman. He's a very athletic big man at 6'6", about 245 pounds, but he sees the pressure coming up the middle, knows that there's nobody containing on the right side, and he trusts himself to get out there and make the necessary yardage for a first down. Good decision by him. You know, when you're not sure about where to go with the football into that pressure, you got to trust your athletic ability at times.
That snap count gets the Titans to jump.
Sammy Hill jumped across. You're right, Steve. Every first down is gold for Freeman.
Defense, number 94. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
You know, you got to know Josh Freeman. You got to tip your hat to him. We spoke about it earlier in the game, but this is a guy that was playing virtually for free in Brooklyn. And, you know, trying to stay in shape, stay sharp. He was in training camp early in the year with Miami, had a cup of coffee with the Giants. He wants to play.
Yep, obviously, and you do have to tip your hat to him because he made a lot of money as a young man.
There he is.
And there he is as a Bolt right there, Brooklyn Bolt, but he wants to play football, and he's taking care of himself.
Freeman gets rid of it, incomplete, try to connect with Frank Gore. His coach with the Brooklyn Bolts was Terry Shea, who's been around for a while and has actually served as a mentor over the years to Josh Freeman. And it was Shea that said, hey, if you want to stay in shape and keep your arm fresh, come play with me. And that's what he did with the Brooklyn Bolts. And, you know, week 17, last week, Freeman said he was sitting on his couch watching the NFL Red Zone channel when the Colts called him. So his brother said, why are you still doing this late in the season? It's Christmas time. Just enjoy it a little bit. Why don't you back off your training and gear up for next year? And Josh said, hey, you never know when you're going to get the call. And sure enough, on his couch last week, he got a phone call. Freeman, this time incomplete for Hilton.
And that's just a missed throw right there.
Yep. Bad throw. But what I've been impressed with, and we had a chance to talk with Josh Freeman by phone the other day, his mentality, I think his perspective has changed. He's a few years older. There were some character issues with him when he was in Tampa Bay, which may have been part of why he was let go when he was. But I think he now realizes the opportunity that he kind of wasted away with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As a first-round franchise quarterback, now to get an opportunity in this situation, he realizes how lucky he is.
Denzel Good is back in at right tackle for the Colts. 3rd down and 5. Freeman low throw incomplete. Brian Orakpo is coming with pressure for the Titans.
And that's 2 in a row that we're in the dirt and behind the receiver. And it's one of the most I think it's one of the most untalked about and underrated qualities of a quarterback. The ball's got to go where you aim it. A lot of quarterbacks, and we saw Mettenberger do this for the Titans. They kind of nonchalant. If they can get it in the general direction, the guy will make a play for him. You got to put the thing right in the window.
Well, I can tell you there are times where a coach, when I was a young quarterback, said a receiver was open. I said, no, he's not open, coach. He said, you got to put that number on the 4 and the 1-4. But you got to put that on his left shoulder. He's open.
Colts down the punt at the 16-yard line. More pushing and shoving on special teams. We've seen that a lot here today. Clock is stopped with 3:55 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Victoria Stillwell. You appear on TV working with canines.
Are you a dog lover, Watson?
I do not own a dog, but I work with veterinarians.
How do you do that?
I help them analyze over 100,000 pages of medical studies.
That's great, because they can't exactly tell us what's wrong with them. Isn't that right, Rusty?
Rusty, who is a good boy? Who is a good boy? You are. Yes, you are.
Watson, I think you need to work on your dog voice.
On Wisconsin!
Huskers!
Concordia!
Gauchos!
Go Rebels!
You! Woo!
At Enterprise, we hire more college graduates every year than anyone else.
And many of us play college sports too.
From Cobbers to Wildcats.
From Bulldogs
to Silver Swords.
Do we have spirit? Yes, we do.
And we put it to work for you every single day.
That's the Enterprise way.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up. When a mountain needs to refresh things, it doesn't call for a cleaning service. It uses the cold to sift through every single speck. So if you wonder what inspired us to cold filter our beer, well, you're looking at it. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
Delaney Walker, a glaring snub for the Pro Bowl this year. He's having a big day once again for the Tennessee offense. He's got 7 catches for 56 yards. He also ran the ball once for 36 yards.
Yeah, he's already set the franchise record for receptions coming into today, not including today's numbers. He leads all the tight ends in the league in receptions coming into today. He's caught 6 or more passes in 10 of 15 games this year. That guy has had a really, really good season for the Titans.
Alex Tanney remains at quarterback for the injured Zach Mettenberger, and Tanney looking to throw to Green-Beckham, who comes back to make the catch and a 1st down. First catch today for Dorial Green-Beckham, a gain of 16.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a great job of blitz pickup in the backfield. Tanney turned his back on the play action, and the running back did a nice job of picking up Griffin or Dwight Lowry, who was blitzing off the side. There you see it. If that block is not made by David Cobb, the rookie, Alex Tanney is face planted into the ground, and that pass is not completed.
It's just amazing. That was the 31st catch of the season for Green-Beckham. 29 of the 31 have gone for first downs. That's 94% as Cobb gets to the 35-yard line. If Beckham finishes at 94%, it'd be the 6th highest in NFL history for percentage of catches that go for a first down. Henry Ellard, the all-time leader in 1994, 95% of his catches went for a first down.
He's also averaging over 17 yards a catch, so he's had the big playability as well. So, you know, that kind of goes hand in hand with making first downs when you catch those long balls like we just saw.
Yeah, I've really got high expectations for that young man. He's a big group receiver, kind of in the mold of a Julio Jones. Calvin Johnson.
Cobb keeping the legs moving to the 40-yard line. Newsom on the tackle. And an injury update for the Colts. Vontae Davis will not return with a knee injury. Indianapolis without Winston Guy today, the defensive back, still sidelined by a hamstring injury. As Tennessee gets set for 3rd and 1, they're 2 for 9 today on 3rd downs. Cobb, nowhere to go. Zach Kerr, the first one to meet him. He is short of a first down.
Tennessee all year has been one of the worst football teams in the league on 3rd down, converting only 32%, 29th in the NFL, and it's because of reasons like this. You need to get that tough yard. You got to get down and root them out. The running back has to slam it up in there. You can see the dark blue dominated that line of scrimmage. There was penetration. Cobb had no chance.
4th and 1 on his own 40-yard line, and Mike Mularkey sends out Brett Kern. Good high kick from Kern. Out of bounds at the 9-yard line. That was a great job by Brett Kern, who grew up a huge fan of Steve Tasker. Kern is from just outside of Buffalo, is a big Bills fan. His first NFL game was the wild card comeback win by the Bills over the Houston Oilers, and one of his favorite players, Mr. Tasker. I don't have any stories on my chart about Steve Berline being a favorite player.
What I want to know, I think, are you just making that up? Because how could you come out and say this guy was a Steve Tasker fan?
It's in his bio in the media guide.
Really? Yes. He says, well, you know what? I tip my hat to you, partner.
I have a small and deeply disturbed following. I count you two among it, by the way.
So thanks to the great punt by the Tasker fan, Brett Kern, it's 1st and 10 for the Colts, backed up. And they start this drive on the ground. Frank Gore on that carry as we give you the Colts scoreboard watch. And again, a lot of things going right except the big one in Houston.
And this one's starting to go south either. Cincinnati needed to get beat by Baltimore, and that one's turning the wrong way for the Colts as well. And of course, this is the big one. Houston wins, they're in. They control their own destiny.
Chuck Pagano, each of his first 3 years, went to the playoffs, went to the AFC Championship game last year, but barring a miracle, the Colts will come up short of the postseason this year. Freeman to Hilton. David Bass makes the tackle. And that could be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Freeman will let the time tick down. It'll be 3rd and 4 when we start the 4th quarter. Colts lead 27-17. We'll return to Indianapolis after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
Ring in the new year with the first new Big Bang of 2016.
Who wants to get their shelled on?
If anything, I'm trying to get my shelled off.
A new Big Bang Theory, CBS this Thursday. Jason Derulo performs live at the People's Choice Awards. Live CBS Wednesday.
not New Year's.
No, it's better.
It's the final days of Toyotathon. It's your last chance to get 0% APR financing on many of our most popular models. Our biggest event of the year ends January 4th. Don't miss all the fun. And don't miss 0 for 60 financing on Corolla or a $159 a month lease. And this loaded all-wheel drive 2015 RAV4 XLE is just $199 a month.
Make the holidays happier at Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
We have one goal: to end cancer. From targeted therapies to next-generation technology that pinpoints radiation with sub-millimeter accuracy, we are leading the fight with pioneering research that gives you your best chance of beating cancer. And this is where the battle is fought, with survival rates among the best in the nation. At James Graham Brown Cancer Center, we don't just fight cancer, we win.
In 1952, the Swope brand began with one dealership in Elizabethtown. Today, we've grown to 6 dealerships and 9 brands right where it started.
I thought I knew what I wanted, but it was nice that they had so many different options up in E-Town that I could really find exactly the car that I wanted. It was quick, easy, and painless. They approved us right on the spot, and I had my new car that same day. And I'm really glad we made the short drive. We were back home to Louisville in 40 minutes.
Our total satisfaction guarantee makes car buying easy. We started here, and we're staying here. Swope, the only name you need for everything automotive.
Saddle up with MeTV Louisville, channel 32.2 or Time Warner 188.
Here's 10 national champions of the NFL punt, pass, and kick program powered by USA Football were honored during today's game. NFL punt, pass, and kick is the oldest grassroots initiative at the NFL. Colts hosted the championships yesterday. The program continues to reach children ages 6 to 15, allows them to experience the fun of learning football fundamentals in an engaging and supportive environment. Congratulations to all the winners.
Hey, I absolutely benefited from that program when I was an 8-year-old and all the way through my 13-year-old years. Had a lot of fun and went a long way in that punt, pass, and kick competition. Great experience.
3rd down and 1 for the Colts to start this quarter. Pressure coming. Freeman is sacked. David Bass getting in the backfield to bring down Freeman, and out comes the punt team for the Colts.
Well, it's going to come from way outside. And that's a blown protection scheme. You got to have a hat on the guy. Look at it, he just comes right off the right tackle. They double team down inside with the center guard, and then the tackle had to go down inside for the defensive end.
You know, one of the key parts of being a quarterback is identifying the right guy to point out for your protection. I think, to me, that sounded like or looked like Josh Freeman had identified the wrong guy.
Good punt by McAfee, driving Douglas back to the 32. And Douglas out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 14-12 to go as we update the Houston Texans score with the Jaguars, and Jacksonville has added a field goal, so they're now down 2 touchdowns late in the 3rd quarter. If Houston holds on, they win the division. Alex Tanney continues to play quarterback for the injured Zach Mettenberger. And he is 2nd year out of Monmouth. He played 2 years of basketball at Monmouth and then quit hoops to focus on football. 8 weeks on the Colts practice squad this year, signed off the practice squad last week. He's 4 for 4 in his first NFL game. Looking to throw again over the middle. And he's 5 for 5 as Harry Douglas brings that one in. Greg Toller on the coverage and the tackle. And some of the Colts think that ball may have hit the ground. Meanwhile, there's an injured Colt, and that is Toller, who's still down.
That was a pretty violent collision, both of them with the turf.
Now keep in mind, we already told Javonte Davis is out. He's one starting cornerback today. The other starting corner is Toller, who is still down. Clock is stopped. We're back in a moment.
Direct from our imagination.
the all-new Civic from Honda.
Aruba, Jamaica. Now we can actually take it.
To Costa Rica, Bahamas. Come on, pretty mama.
Belize, Puerto Rico. People, why don't we go down to Mexico?
We'll get there fast, and you can take it slow. Anywhere you want to go. All the way down to Dominican Republic.
Nice hit.
Southwest is bringing our low fares to tropical destinations. Book now at southwest.com.
All right, tight. 44 blast on 3. Ready?
What? What's that?
It's a running play.
Let's just have a race.
Let's race. Let's do it then. Ready?
Whatever you play, just play. For 60 minutes every day. You guys want to play?
You are watching the NFL on CBS, home of Super Bowl 50.
Greg Toller on the Colts sideline. We'll see how long he stays there. Remember, the other starting corner, Vontae Davis, already ruled out with a knee injury. So the corners right now for the Colts are Jaleel Brown and Darius Butler for this first down and 10 play. A reverse here with McBride. He's got speed, and McBride spinning his way with a penalty flag down at the 43-yard line. Freeman makes the tackle.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask. Defense, number 92. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down, Tennessee.
That goes against Bjorn Werner, who's seen limited time today, and it's a costly penalty.
A little razzle-dazzle out of the Tennessee Titans here. The double reverse. Trying to get a little speed to the edge, and then Mike Mularkey got to be happy with the fact that Werner was, we're going to see it right at the top here.
Yeah, right on Fasano's face mask.
Yeah.
So that moves the ball the way up to the 20-yard line. Alex Tanney still a perfect 5 for 5. Cobb picks up 2. That's the 18th carry today for David Cobb. That's a new career high. He also has a new career high in yards with 72.
Well, the 5th rounder out of Minnesota has really handled himself well. We talked about a little bit earlier how he picked up that nice blitz of the safety Michael Griffin off the edge. Excuse me, it was Dwight Lowry off the edge for Indianapolis.
Now an injured Titan is coming out of the game. It's Byron Bell who walks off.
Patasi is going to come in and play right tackle for the Titans. But you said, you know, you talk about the switch in quarterback, and all of a sudden the Tennessee offense seems to pick up a little bit under Tanney, with Tanney in the huddle. And you know, if you get a guy to come in and start throwing the football around, and he starts completing every pass he throws, the running game starts to look better as well.
Second down and 8 with Sankey in at running back. Sankey tries the left side, dances his way across the 15.
It continues to be a problem, I think, for Tennessee. The defensive line of the Colts is really getting penetration. That time, Zach Kerr just pushed his way and absolutely cut the cutback lane right off.
But still, it was a good solid run there by Sankey. They made a good solid 4 yards.
You got your running back kind of snaking through on a 4-yard run. They're good productive runs. No kidding.
I think he went underneath him.
Man, oh man, they've still got some problems up front for Tennessee.
Third down and 4. Delaney Walker in motion.
Blitz coming.
Tanney to Walker for a first down. First and goal for the Titans. The 8th catch today for Delanie Walker.
Well, you can't say enough about this guy coming from the inside. Now, they only send 3 guys on the rush. Tanney gets rid of this on time into a small window. That's a tough pass to complete right there. When you drop 8 guys into coverage, the windows are all half closed to begin with. And when you start moving them around, man, that's a great throw by Tanney. And Delanie Walker continues to carry this offense.
So first and goal with Cobb back in at running back. Tanney fade for Green-Beckham, goes up, and he's got it for a touchdown. What a drive by Alex Tanney. He had never played in a game until today, and he's 7 for 7 for 70 yards and a touchdown.
Against the team he was been on the practice squad for 2 months. And this is the matchup you want. You see there, Green-Beckham, 6'5".
That's hard to stop.
Yeah, against the 6'1", Jaleel Brown.
Ball thrown perfectly by Tanney. Again, even more impressive with the fact that he probably has not had a chance to work on that throw with Dorial Green-Beckham this week. He was the backup to Zach Mettenberger. He's only been there for a week. I can't imagine he had reps on all these different plays that he's looking very comfortable executing. Great throw and catch there by Green-Beckham and Tanney.
We talked to Mike Mularkey and asked him what Zach Mettenberger needed to work on. He said, hey, he's got to get the ball out of his hand quick and on time. Well, Tanney is doing exactly that, and he's doing it accurately. And this whole offense looks transformed.
They confirm the touchdown in the replay booth, and now Ryan Succop to make it a 3-point game with 11:07 to go. The point after is good. They're cheering at the Jersey Shore. The pride of Monmouth, Alex Tanney, 7 for 7.
Keep the dream alive with restyled Honda Accord.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Honda. Hurry in for great deals during Happy Honda Days. Verizon. Better matters. And by Amazon Fire TV. Change the way you TV.
11:07 to go in the fourth quarter. The Colts lead the Titans 27-24. Alex Tanney playing for the injured Zach Mettenberger. He's 7 for 7, 70 yards and 1 touchdown in his first NFL game. Native of Lexington, Illinois. And Tanney looks great in relief of Mettenberger. A 6-play, 59-yard drive capped off by the 4th touchdown this season for Dorial Green-Beckham. And we've got a 3-point game with 11:07 to go. A touchback for Succop. And out comes the Colts offense with Ryan Lindley as the quarterback. So we saw Lindley for 1 drive in the first half. He ran the 2-minute offense and he ran it well. With the touchdown to Andre Johnson, now his 2nd drive.
I like the move as well. You've kind of run the course with Josh Freeman and probably the extent of the offensive plays you've given him to master. Now it's Lindley's turn. He had some great success. Give him a chance with a fresh look at this defense and see if he can spark the offense to continue with the lead.
Play action. Lindley and nobody home. A miscommunication with Andre Johnson. Oh, this was the drive late in the first half. Engineered masterfully by Ryan Lindley.
Yeah, he spread the ball around. He knew the 2-minute package very well. Obviously prepared for that exact situation. I think it was a great move by Chuck Pagano, Rob Chudzinski, the offensive coordinator, and then making throws and catches. And, you know, you got one of the greatest receivers of all time in Andre Johnson. Give him a chance to make a play, and he did.
Frank Gore on the carry, and that brings Gore to 57 yards rushing on the day. Remember, he needed to get to 109 to go over 1,000 for the season.
And as you get to this point, now it's a 3rd and about 7 for the Colts, and the Titans, after scoring that last touchdown, bringing it to within 3, now they're starting to feel a little bit better about themselves. Look for them to try and pressure. They're going to get this football back if they can get a stop here. And everything kind of changes. The momentum is now with Tennessee after that nice drive.
Lindley gets rid of it, incomplete. The pressure was coming. And the Titans defense quickly gets off the field.
That's a big series for the Tennessee Titans defense to answer the touchdown that Tanney led them on previous, to come up with a 3-and-out. The Colts obviously trying to find a way to jumpstart their offense, inserting Lindley into the package there. Good pressure. They came with a nice blitz package there, and Lindley had no answer for it.
Second straight 3-and-out for the Colts offense. It was Klug and Arakpo bringing the heat, and now McAfee to punt. Douglas muffs it, falls on it. Now, he lost the fumble last week. They'd already ruled him down before the Colts fell on that. There is a flag down back at the line of scrimmage. They're showing the replay on the big video board here at Lucas Oil Stadium. But he was ruled down.
Yeah,
right there.
They can't knock the ball loose when he's down. And if he's down when the guy hits him.
Ruling on the field is that the receiver was down by contact in possession of the ball. During the kick, holding return team number 57. A 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down, Tennessee.
Yeah, you may not like the call if you're a Colt fan, but it's the right call for the officials. He was down. The ball was knocked loose while he was on the ground with possession.
You're there every step of the way. Help them go further with the protection of life insurance from New York Life. Get started today.
Let's do a fresh start. Want everything in its place? Start at the place that has everything for Christmas, for laundry, for less. Let's do this. 64-quart latching totes, now just $6.48 each. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Bud Light's been there. Connecting one amazing Super Bowl moment to the next. And for this Super Bowl, we're charging our game forward for all fans. Introducing the limited edition Bud Light Super Bowl 50 bottle.
60 Minutes goes to the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle to unravel a mystery. The tragic sinking of a ship this past fall. The discovery revealed for the first time tonight.
This week, Colbert's all new with Jerry Seinfeld, Matthew Broderick, Senator Rand Paul, and Billion star Damian Lewis, plus Monday's Samuel L. Jackson.
Coming up next, Phillip Rivers and the Chargers battle Brock Osweiler and the Broncos with a division title and playoff seeding on the line for Denver, or the Rams take on the Niners in San Francisco, site of Super Bowl 50 on CBS. Check local listings right here on CBS Sports. And a look at the Colts scoreboard watch. And right now, a couple of problem games. Houston continues to lead Jacksonville, and Cincinnati has pulled away from Baltimore.
Yeah, you see all those games. The one that's killing them is the bottom center when the Baltimore and, of course, the Houston score.
Douglas a little shaken up after that punt return. Byron Bell remains on the sideline for Tennessee as well. Tanney throwing, and it's dropped. That's the first incompletion of the day and of the career for Alex Tanney.
Well, it was bound to happen at some point. He can't complete them all. Yeah.
This is going to go right to Canton after this game.
That was right on the money. That was a good pass again. You know, that guy's got to make the play.
Yeah, that's the frustrating thing. You throw a good pass like that, and it gets batted to the ground by the guy you threw it to.
David Cobb had some hard running today. They like Cobb from a physical perspective. 5'11", 229 pounds. Started the year on IR. Activated early November. And Mike Mularkey said he hasn't really made the most of his opportunities so far this year in a short amount of time, but had some hard running today, including his first NFL touchdown. He comes out for 3rd and 8. Antonio Andrews, the third down back, next to Tanney. Bobbles the snap. Tanney with pressure. Tanney goes down. Robert Mathis, the first to get there. Kendall Langford also in on the sack.
Well, what can you say about Robert Mathis, one of the great pass rushers in the recent history of the NFL? Just a couple years ago, had 19.5 sacks. Had the Achilles injury last year that kept him out most of the season, but this year coming back with 7 sacks coming into the game. Langford also was in on the play as well, but Mathis with the speed off the edge, showing he's still got a little juice in the tank.
Kern to Bray at the 32. Bray trying to get down the sideline, and he went out of bounds. Bray almost busted one, but he's ruled out at midfield with 8:27 to go in the fourth quarter.
Great job by Bray trying to get down tightrope, and I'll tell you, it's always nice to see if you can get a few extra yards, but you're really vulnerable when you tiptoe down that sideline. Somebody come in and get you.
Remember, if Tennessee loses today, they will pick first in the NFL draft. If Tennessee comes back to win and Cleveland loses, well, then the Browns would pick first. But the lowest Tennessee can select in the draft is number 2. As Josh Freeman is back in after Ryan Lindley had the last series for the Colts. Pitches it to Trey Williams, his second carry, and Williams runs right into Cody Sensabaugh for no gain on the play. This half, the Colts have just 37 yards of offense after they put up 256 in the first half.
And if you're Indy, you're very uneasy with the way this has become now a 3-point ball game. Your offense has been totally stymied. You're grasping at straws now, going back to Josh Freeman. I think you got to get a little bit more aggressive and try and make some plays in the passing game, because Tennessee is selling out to stop the run to keep you in 2nd and 3rd and long.
Go fan right. 180.
Freeman's pass is complete at the 41-yard line. It's Andre Johnson bringing it in, and he's down right at the chains. We'll see where they spot this one.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. They had 9 men in the box to stop the run. You got one-on-one with one of the greatest receivers of all time in Andre Johnson, and on the bottom you got T.Y. Hilton. As we get a quick snap by the Colts right now.
Titans were trying to call timeout, and like they do, they give it to them. Yeah, the Colts ran right to the line on 3rd and inches, and Tennessee calls timeout.
Tennessee takes its first timeout.
So clock is stopped, 7:13 to go. Big 3rd down when we come back.
Root Metric metrics in the nation's largest independent study tested wireless performance across the country. Verizon won big with 153 state wins. AT&T got 38, Sprint got 2, and T-Mobile got 0. Verizon also won first in the U.S. for data, call, speed, and reliability. AT&T got text. Stuck on an average network? Join Verizon, and we'll cover your cost to switch.
Hey, honey.
You did it again.
What?
Yeah, where's the fence?
The fence is missing? What?
Where is it?
Baby, I had to. The fence worked great last week. We got on the Jumbotron. Let's go.
Just bring it back.
We're good. Let's go.
How much do we love football?
Go Cardinals.
You have no idea. Hyundai is now an official sponsor of the NFL.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier.
Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently, and we're going to call it incomplete.
Your mic's on!
First down! Thank you. 70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by State Farm. Find your agent at statefarm.com. And by Subway and the turkey breast sandwich with no artificial preservatives.
Back in Indianapolis, where the Titans have not won since 2007. 7:13 to go, fourth quarter, 3rd and 1 for the Colts. Freeman keeps it himself up the middle, and with the spot, he's got a first down.
You know, we spoke about this early in the second half, and as the Colts jumped out after the pick 6 return by Freeman, that every first down Josh Freeman can manufacture with his Colt offense gives him one step closer towards pulling this win out. Now, the Titans since then have put together one good drive, but it's all about this Colt offense and their ability to grind this clock down and force the Tennessee Titans to score a touchdown to beat them.
Andrew Luck continues to watch. Sideline for the 7th straight game today, as Gore took it directly up the middle.
I like it. That was the Wildcat. They motioned Josh Freeman out to the left side. A really nice design to this run. You see Freeman goes in motion left. Gore takes a direct snap, and they have a nice little seam up there between the right guard and the right tackle for a good pickup.
Good block by Jack Doyle as well, the Indianapolis native out of Cathedral High School. Gore picks up 5. He's got 63 yards rushing on the day. Inside 6 minutes to go as Doyle goes in motion. It's Gore again. And Gore is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Updating the score down in Houston. Time ticking down on the Colts' chances. 4:13 to go. Texans still up by 2 touchdowns. If Houston goes on to win, the division is theirs.
Chuck Pagano, after 3 11-win seasons to begin his career here in Indianapolis, struggled this year, got off to an incredibly slow start. Offensive coordinator was let go, had to shuffle around. We've seen from a lot of coaching staffs, particularly this Tennessee coaching staff, just trying to get it together and finish with a win here today in week 17.
On 3rd and 4, Freeman throwing right. It's caught by Hilton, wrestled down by Sensabaugh.
Right on the marker.
Right on the marker. But they're moving the sticks. It's another first down for the Colts offense.
You know, that ball was thrown very nicely by Josh Freeman. You were talking about Chuck Pagano. They're going to use the clock now as well. But, you know, uncharacteristically, Andrew Luck was struggling early in the season. The offensive line not protecting him, taking way too many hits. Finally, it caught up with them. Then Matt Hasselbeck comes in, steps in, plays well, but eventually the hits start getting to him. He gets knocked out. Now we're in the current situation. They've been fighting all year, though.
Freeman chased by Arakpo, gets rid of it incomplete in the direction of Philip Dorsett. Well, if the Colts go on to win this game, Pagano's record will be 41-23, which is the 5th best win percentage among active coaches.
Yeah, and there are people that believe he's not coming back. He won't be tomorrow. I mean, this turns they call that day tomorrow Black Monday in the NFL because so many teams decide to make their coaching changes after the last game of the season. And a lot of people believe it's going to happen, and it's amazing to think about when you put it in perspective of what he's done here in Indianapolis, that may happen to him.
It's Gore. Frank Gore inside the 25-yard line. Meanwhile, on the other sideline, Mike Mularkey, who's been the interim coach for the last 2 months since replacing Ken Whisenhunt, he's told us that he's made it clear to management he wants to return on a permanent basis next year. He's going to show up for work tomorrow. He said, I'm going to keep coaching the team until I'm told otherwise. He's developed a calendar for the rest of the coaching staff for January, but clearly one of the names out there that's linked to this Tennessee opening is Chip Kelly. He recruited and coached Marcus Mariota at Oregon. They have a great relationship, and now that Chip Kelly's been let go, his name's certainly in the mix down in Tennessee.
Oh, the intrigue.
And a whistle before the snap and a timeout called by the Colts.
Indianapolis takes its first time out of the half. This is a 30-second timeout.
There will be so much speculation about what happens with Chip Kelly and the Tennessee Titans. And not only that, but there's a half a dozen other jobs in the NFL, and every team will want to take a look at Chip Kelly and what he's done. He came in and he himself won 10 games in Philadelphia 2 years in a row to begin his career. So there's some names out there, and there's going to be some shuffling at the head coaching spot around the NFL as there is every year.
And if they do bring in a guy like a Chip Kelly, the question then becomes, as you see Marcus Mariota there, the question becomes, is Chip Kelly going to insist on control? Because general manager Rustin Webster for the Tennessee Titans also has a contract that's up, and you got to figure out all those different dynamics. What might appear to be a great fit on the outside might not be as good a fit on the inside.
Following the timeout, 3rd and 3. Freeman on the draw. Josh Freeman with another first down, and that clock continues to tick. 3:22 and counting, although now we're stopped because a timeout has been called.
Yeah, Tennessee's got to start using their timeouts, hoping to get this football back. Now it becomes, can they just force Indianapolis to settle for a field goal?
So one timeout left for the Titans as we check the scoreboard, and now Houston has tacked on another field goal. They lead it 23-6, just 3:24 remaining down in Texas.
This also disqualifies Indianapolis as well.
And keep this in mind that Cleveland is losing, and that doesn't affect the Colts right now because of Houston, but it does affect the #1 pick. So if the Titans were to come back and win this game and Cleveland loses, then the Browns would pick first in the draft.
Now, it's right. And in the playoff hunt, if Pittsburgh wins and Buffalo wins and the Jets lose, the Pittsburgh Steelers sneak into the playoffs.
If the Jets lose that game to Buffalo, Pittsburgh in control. That's right. Pittsburgh becomes a 6th seed.
A dangerous 6th seed in the AFC playoffs. 1st and 10. And Gore to the 15. And Mike Mularkey has not called his final timeout. The clock will continue to go as we look at the AFC playoff picture. Houston trying to put a wraps on that #4 seed and wrap up the AFC South. Kansas City's already in. It's the Jets and Pittsburgh for that final wild card spot. Jets have to pull out the win if Pittsburgh holds on in Cleveland.
Yeah, and those are the only 8 teams that have a shot at it. And then, of course, 5 of those 8 teams are already clinched. But those last 3 teams vying for that last spot.
Colts have missed the playoffs just 3 times since 1995. But it's about to be the 4th time with 2.5 to go here.
It's different over in the NFC.
And wait a minute now.
There's a penalty on the field.
There's a flag down. As you see the NFC playoff picture.
All 6 of those teams are in no matter what. Only the seeding remains to be determined. Who's the 1 through the 6th ranked team in the NFC? They're all in.
And this game right here is the big one tonight. in Lambeau, the Vikings against the Packers. The winner of that wins the North in the NFC. I mean, what an unbelievable.
If there's a quarterback, they'll run a quarterback draw in Lambeau
delay
like he did.
Offense number 23 for spiking the ball. It's a 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. The down counts, brings up third down.
It's a bad play by the veteran Frank Gore.
Really bad. Frustration, you know, I think he's probably in his mind understanding the overall situation. He wants to get to that 1,000 yards for personal reasons. Maybe a little bit frustrated with how it's gone here the latter part of this game, not trying to have more of a focus of getting those yards.
I don't know about that. I think it's just I think he was frustrated that he didn't break a tackle and get into the end zone. I think he thought he had a chance. I don't think he was angry that he's not getting personal yards. I don't think he's that kind of guy, but yeah, that's a mistake.
Well, what it does is Tennessee doesn't have to call timeout, and it stops the clock for them with 3rd down and 10. Freeman taking a shot in the end zone for Andre Johnson, overthrows him out of bounds. And now it's 4th down, and here comes Adam Vinatieri. So because of that penalty against Frank Gore, Tennessee gets to save its timeout.
And they throw another pass on 3rd down, which saves them another timeout again.
So Adam Vinatieri, who's already 2 for 2 today, and has now made 24 consecutive field goals. His last miss was week 4 against Jacksonville. This is from 35 yards out. Kick is good by Vinatieri. He's 3 for 3. It's a 6-point lead for the Colts with 2:25 to go. However, the Colts have now been officially eliminated from playoff contention. They had to have the Falcons beat the Saints, but New Orleans goes into Atlanta, gets the win, so the Colts are done. It was a 3,000-to-1 shot at the beginning of the day. They needed 9 games to go their way, and the first final of the day sends the Colts into the offseason and potentially Chuck Pagano into free agency as a coach. But no doubt about it, Colts want to try to avoid finishing with a losing record this year. Since 1999, just 2 losing seasons. If they win today, they'll finish at 8-8. Meanwhile, the Titans have lost 8 straight games to the Colts. Nothing they would like more, at least for a lot of them, and to end that streak. However, there are some fans that hope the Colts actually lose this game and don't come back right now, so they get the #1 pick.
The Titans.
The Titans.
Excuse me.
Here's the playoff picture with the Y next to Houston. They've officially clinched the AFC South. Jets are still losing in Buffalo while the Steelers continue to lead the Browns. Well, what do you do if you're a Titans fan? You want Alex Tanney to go down the field, win the game? Or do you want to pick first in the draft?
I know what Alex Tanney wants, and I know what Mike Mularkey wants. You know, they want to finish this thing out right, and every player in that field wants to come off the field with a win.
Some conflicted Tennessee fans right now as Tanney starts this drive from the 20. And he dumps it down to Andrews, who loses 3 on the play. Nice tackle by Darius Butler.
Well, I think if you know this, Steve, the players are going to try and win. They don't care about playoff scenarios or anything like that. This is a game where these guys they grow up to be competitors, and they're going to continue to be that way.
Tanney's pass incomplete. Looking in the direction of Green-Beckham. That takes us to the 2-minute warning. The Titans trail by 6.
This is iPhone 6s. Not much has changed, except it's ridiculously powerful, which makes everything faster. Maps, shopping stuff, businessy stuff.
This kind of stuff.
This kind of stuff. And student films don't look like student films.
This is student film? Get these kids on the phone.
Dude, that is a phone. So other than being the most powerful iPhone ever, not much has changed.
Hey Siri, good night.
And power down.
Back in 1965, Subway's founders Fred DeLuca and Dr. Peter Buck teamed up with one simple mission.
Fresh sandwiches. I like it.
The idea seemed crazy in a time when artificial foods and gimmicks were all the rage. But roller skates didn't make food any fresher, and mascots didn't make it any tastier. As it turned out, Fred was right. Sandwiches made with freshly baked bread, fresh veggies, and delicious meats would stand the test of time. We were fresh before it was fresh to be fresh. The Subway Sandwich Shop, founded on fresh.
Santa has a magic snow globe for every family. And whatever he puts in our snow globe shows up at our house. And this year, look at what he put in our driveway.
Santa can do that?
You sure can, honey.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event is going on now with some of the most magical deals of the year. This is the pursuit of perfection.
We're different from other people. We become more different with every pill we take.
In the new year, will the pill that makes him a genius
do what you need to do?
Turn him into a monster?
I'm not killing anyone.
Bradley Cooper returns.
I don't want to be someone else. I think you do.
New Limitless, CBS Tuesday or stream it live or on demand.
Either Tennessee or Cleveland will pick first in the NFL draft. Cleveland is losing to Pittsburgh right now, late fourth quarter. So if the Titans come back and win this game, Cleveland would pick first. If the Titans lose, they get the #1 pick. There's the score in Cleveland with 2:06 to go. Right now, Alex Tanney and the Titans face with 3rd and 13. Tanney looking for Delaney Walker. He's got it at the 45-yard line. What a throw by Alex Tanney, a gain of 29.
Well, you know, that's a classic example. Mike Mularkey, great decision by he and his offensive coordinator, Jason Michael, to say, let's get our best player involved in this play. Let's see if he can make a play. An excellent example of how to just let players go out and make plays.
The 9th catch today by Delaney Walker.
When your quarterbacks are suspect, lean on the star players. Frank Gore, Delaney Walker, T.Y. Hilton, all the great players that are other than quarterbacks on the field are the ones who are winning this game.
One timeout, 1:49 to go for Tennessee. Connects with Douglas at midfield. Douglas gets 4 yards out of bounds with 1:44 to go. Jaleel Brown forces him out.
Well, you can't say enough about Tanney. I mean, that 3rd and 13, backed up in his own end, less than 2 minutes to play. You got to make a throw to keep your team in the game. He's stepped up several times throughout the course of the game today, really making a very, very good first impression on the Tennessee Titans organization.
Colts have been eliminated from playoff contention. Still trying to finish with an 8-8 record in what could be Chuck Pagano's final game. Tanney back to Delaney Walker. And he's got it inbound, so the clock continues to tick. That ties a career high for Walker, his 10th catch today. Good for a first down with 1:25 to go. And whistles blowing. They blow this one dead.
Prior to the snap, we were called to replay the previous play. We will review it now.
Called from upstairs. They didn't know if Delaney Walker actually had possession of this ball. Now, if he catches it and goes down, he's got to finish the process. But if he touches out of bounds before he has control, that ball's out of bounds. If he's bobbling it when his helmet hits the white line, that's an incomplete pass. And it looks like he might be. They might call that an incomplete pass.
No coaches' challenges in the final 2 minutes of a half. Everything initiated from the replay booth upstairs. They called down. They want to take another look at this one.
Yep, our Steve Tasker was all over that one, called it perfectly. I don't see how they can rule that a catch.
Well, I'm 0 for 295 on calling these replays this year.
Not true.
The ball was bobbled. He was on the white line, and that's an incomplete pass. I mean, I've seen all the videos. We've talked, the officiating videos they send to all the announcers and make viewable to the public and the media. That, to me, is an incomplete pass. Great effort.
Sure was.
I mean, you can't say enough about Delanie Walker and the game he has had today. You feel for him. He had more catches than any tight end in the league, made as big a difference as any tight end in the league for his team, got snubbed for the Pro Bowl. He knew it. He said, listen, I'm not going to go. We're not having a great year. We didn't have very many primetime games. A lot of people around the country didn't get to see me play. So no matter how well I did, I'm just not popular enough for fans to vote for me. And I get that. It's quite a sense of self-awareness that he knew that going into the voting process. Doesn't make it any easier to watch the Pro Bowl without you in it.
Here comes Cleet Blakeman. And he's got the call.
After review of the play, the receiver was bobbling the ball, and when he was going out of bounds, therefore by rule it is an incomplete pass. To bring up third down from the 49-yard line. Please put 1 minute 41 seconds on the game clock. 1:41.
Yeah, and that's as big a part of the review process as anything, giving them the time back on the clock. And went from 1:18 back to 1:41 because they had him inbounds of the clock round. It's a smart play by the offense. And really one of the best parts about replay is getting the clock right in these situations when you're running out of time.
The clock starts on the referee's whistle.
Third down and 7. Pressure coming. Tanney can't get away from Freeman. It's been a huge day for Jerrell Freeman. The pick 6 and now the big sack. As Tennessee has called its final timeout.
At least his second sack. You see number 50 moving out there. Tanney gets flushed because of the pressure up inside by T.Y. McGill. Right into Freeman's hands.
A 19-yard loss. Second sack today for Freeman. He now has 3 on the year.
And that now puts Tennessee into almost a mini Hail Mary situation. Do you throw the ball underneath and hope a guy can run and get the first down? Or do you put it up to your big receiver, Dorial Green-Beckham, or the tight end, Delanie Walker, and try and get the ball in the air to the first down?
Fourth and 21. No timeouts left for Tennessee.
Well, the Colts are going to let him complete a short pass and then try and make the tackle.
They're coming with heat. Tanney in trouble. Steps up, fires. Incomplete. Toller on the coverage of Walker. And ladies and gentlemen, the Tennessee Titans are on the clock.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, for the Titans, and tried to get it into Delanie Walker, climbs the pocket pretty well, gets pretty good protection after doing it, but it's just a throw that, I mean, everybody in the stadium or in the defensive backfield knew who they were going to try and get that ball to.
I got to give a lot of credit to Alex Tanney. With his first NFL game, 10 out of 14, 99 yards and a touchdown. Meanwhile, Chuck Pagano's team can just take a knee as Tennessee has no timeouts remaining.
And who would have thought that Josh Freeman would be in the kneel-down formation for Indianapolis?
You got to give Chuck Pagano and his staff. We talked to Chuck on Friday, and he told us what an incredible job his staff had done preparing this team, and specifically the quarterbacks. But you know, what a satisfying way to finish the year for them after all they've been through, to come away with these conditions with a win.
Well, and unfortunately for the Titans, you got beat by 2 quarterbacks that were on the street a week ago, and you gave up, well, was 23 points to an offense run by guys who were on the street 6 days ago. And that's you know, you deserve to have the first pick of the draft.
Do want to thank some of our crew for a wonderful season. Producer Vic Frank, director Jim Cornell, AD Brian Jagoda, our stats Mike Notaro, our spotter John Lou McCarthy. So many great people helped us throughout the year. We sincerely appreciate it. Chuck Pagano runs off the field for what could be The final time as Colts head coach. He finishes 8-8. And Mike Mularkey's future in doubt as well on the Tennessee sideline. But one thing is for sure is that the Titans will have the first pick in the 2016 NFL Draft. Tip of the cap to Alex Tanney, who did a great job today in relief of Zach Mettenberger. Josh Freeman and Ryan Lindley also did well for them as well. And as we update the AFC playoff picture, the Pittsburgh Steelers get into the playoffs because the Jets lost in Buffalo and Pittsburgh won in Cleveland. So the Steelers steal the final playoff spot in the AFC.
Well, not to imply that the Jets were going to be an easy out, but nobody wants to play the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. Ben Roethlisberger this time of year always as dangerous as anybody in the league.
Nice ovation from the fans here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Been a bumpy year for the Colts. Chuck Pagano may be saying goodbye for the final time. Colts win 30-24. Stay tuned for Game 2 of our doubleheader. The Chargers at the Broncos or the Rams at the 49ers. For Steve Tasker, Steve Berline, this is Andrew Catalan saying so long from Indianapolis. We'll take you to New York for all the latest scores and highlights right after this.